Remember, you can, of course, communicate with us using our social media handle at GoF1 Show. And here is a question that's come in from a member of our audience, John the Storyteller. And he's asking about Mick Schumacher. Was this Mick's, the Canadian Grand Prix, was it Mick's one chance to show what he's truly capable of? Well, he qualified 6th, didn't he, Bob? I think this season Baku is the only time he's been eliminated in Q1. But unfortunately, Mick didn't have much luck in the race. Retired on lap 19 with a mechanical failure whilst running 7th.
Well, of course, for Haas, it was such a sad race, really, with Magnussen, first of all, getting caught up with Hamilton on the first lap and having to come in for a change of nose section. Mick was there. He hung on in there for a few laps. He was doing well. And then, of course, he had to retire with power unit problem. Really unfortunate for Mick. Magnussen carried on, but was way at the back, never really recovered at all. So was it Mick's only chance? It was a chance. Let's hope there's other chances. But Mick, of course, he is a little bit on notice, if you like, having had a few accidents and cost the team a lot of money. It was good to see that Gene Haas was there. One wonders if he had waited until the end of qualifying before he got in the plane. I don't know if he was there before, but after qualifying, what a fantastic performance. Great to see both of the drivers in there and putting together such good performances, particularly for Mick as well. That was important for him. Was it his only chance? As I say, we've got loads more races. We are only at race 9, remember, in the championship. 22 races in total, another 13 to go. And the other point, incidentally, which you might like to come to, we're already taking engine penalties. We're only at race 9.
That is a very good point, isn't it? And I've often thought that this engine formula, I heard Toto, who was it saying that the engines cost, the incremental cost is about $1 million per unit, which sounds like a lot of money if you had to buy one at home. But if you're a Formula One racing team spending 100 and something million, I would have thought that having a couple more of those per season would just make things a bit easier, wouldn't it, to go racing?
Mm. Yeah, agreed.
Alex is not convinced. Oh, Alex doesn't. Yeah. Okay, good. What I want to get your opinion on, Alex, is Kevin Magnussen, because as Bob said, 5th and 6th in qualifying for the Haas team was fantastic, and set them up for some really important point scoring, money making, finishing positions in the race. And I thought I just thought it was, I don't know what to say, really disappointing.
Yeah, Kevin's, we always, part of the reason we like Kevin Magnussen is because he's a real charger, and he attacked Hamilton, but unfortunately got a bit unlucky. It was a really small touch with Hamilton, unfortunately that it broke his front wing a bit. Stewart said it was a bit dangerous, so he had to come in and change the nose. So a shame for that. But, I've been thinking about this recently, because Magnussen looked so good at the beginning of the year. Haas looked so good at the beginning of the year. And I think Magnussen looked even better because he was so much better than his teammate. But for me, Mick Schumacher is still an unknown quantity at this level. So the question really is, was Magnussen really that good? Or is that good? Or was the Haas just such a good car at the beginning of the year? And now we're getting into the middle of the part of the year and all the teams are getting on top of the porpoising and getting on top of the regulations. Because don't forget, Haas did zero work on their car last year. From the beginning of last year, they started working on this year's car. So they committed to this year's car way earlier than anyone else. So it's not a surprise to see him strong in the beginning of the year. So I don't really have an answer for you on this, Matt, because I'm not sure which it is. Whether, Magnussen really is that great, or he was just flattered because Haas had the jump on everyone at the beginning of the year.
And my point was that I thought he just doesn't know when to give up the position. And fighting Lewis on lap 1 in Barcelona and the same thing here,